Greetings and salutations, everybody. I am Derek, and this is Orc Rogues, where we bring to you everything nerdy, geeky, and just plain fun. Today I'm covering a little game by Crytek. It took me a second. And mind you, not the original Far Cry. We're not covering that today. Today we are covering Hunt Showdown. I hit the wrong button. That's okay. I'm just going to keep going. Anyway, Hunt Showdown. It's a pretty good game, guys. A pretty good game. I'm just going to go over some of the things I liked about it. Maybe a couple things that I didn't, but my thoughts and why the game is interesting. First of all, it is an incredibly realistic game. And I don't just mean the graphics. I mean the audio is incredibly real. The way the gameplay is done is incredibly real. What kind of game is it? Let me go ahead and say that. It is a competitive first-person shooter. You're not just against other players, though. You are against the environment. Everything here can kill you. It is kind of a survival horror first-person shooter battlegroundy sort of thing. It is interesting and fun, actually. Now, if you are used to first-person shooters, you can't just sit around and bounce and bunny hop all over the place, because the devs listen to their player base, and the player base didn't like it. The devs didn't like it either. They were like, hey, this isn't really immersive. People don't do this in real life. So guess what? You can't do that anymore. You can jump up maybe a couple times, but you get tired. You get tired. And if you get tired, you can't sprint. And if you can't sprint, you can't get away. And then what do you do? The aiming in this game is not like most FPSs either. I mean, like gun sway is a thing. It's tough. It is a hard game. Also, you don't want to fire at everything in this particular game because, I mean, ammo is relatively rare on the maps. And, you know, and also, too, when you shoot, it gives away your location almost immediately. People can tell where it's coming from. You can actually hear that, you know, the gunshot was over there, and it was probably this far away. I mean, it's that well done. The game's just amazing. Also, graphically, I'm going to go ahead and bring up that picture that I brought up earlier. But I mean, seriously, look at this thing. I mean, it is beautiful. I mean, not just the flames, but like, look at the way the light comes through and the detail that is everywhere. This world is just insanely well done. Now, I should say that it is a relatively small map, and there are not massive amounts of different kinds of enemies. Each one does have a fair amount of skins, so it makes it feel like there are more types of enemies. And mind you, I say more types of enemies. There are tons of enemies around. But, I mean, there are things like hellhounds, there are grunt mutant zombie type things, there are hives that put out, like, you know, poison bug things that come out of their bodies and chase you and poison you and make your life miserable. There's also two boss characters, which is kind of the point of this game. You're trying to get in there, get the bounty from the bosses, and get back without somebody else killing you or something else killing you. The bosses instantly, one of them was on here. I'll actually just pull that back right there. That is the Butcher. He is massive and terrifying, and it's just bad. The other one, which I don't have a picture of right now, is a spider, and it is huge and it is fast. Like most giant spider things that I've come across don't do that. They kind of like still kind of mope and mumble and rumble along. This thing zips. I mean, it is like all over the place. It's climbing on ceilings, climbing on walls. It's falling down on you and poisoning you. And oh dear God, it's so rough, man. This game, it is not for the faint of heart. It is. It's just not. I wanted to show you some of my gameplay, but that is one other thing about this game. It is beefy. Okay, it is a beefy game, and my computer will run it, but it won't run it on like the best settings. And I wanted to show you some stuff on it, like gameplay and whatnot, to show you things like the reload times, which are slow. And I love that because it makes you think more about shooting. You also have to like actually physically hit the reload button, otherwise it does nothing. But anyway, I was having trouble showing these things, but a Twitch streamer friend of ours named Dusk Horror, it's Dusk_Horror, let me borrow some clips to show you guys. So this one kind of highlights the reload feature in the game. Check it out.
Hey, my mic worked, guys. It just randomly started working again.
Right there. Oh, it's so slow, man. I mean, really? I haven't seen that in most other games. Most other games are like click, blunk, you know, and it's done. It's like one motion. This one, if it's a multi-bullet gun, then it's just one bullet at a time to reload. So, I mean, you have to be very careful in this game. What else? Combat. I also have put in a clip on just kind of basic combat and some of the things that you can do in the game, which just make it really, really cool. Check this out. This is Dusk against two other hunters. He's in the corner, shoots through the window. Now this is cool. Check this out. If you have a powerful enough gun, shoot through the wall.
There's one.
And he goes in and just brief little firefight, kills him with a shot, with an axe actually to the head. That particular gun literally has an axe blade on the stock. It's just ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. That's pretty much it. I should say that the devs are constantly working on this game. They've listened a lot to players, which is amazing, and they've actually acted on. I mean, they're not just listening and whatnot. They're acting on player suggestions, which is phenomenal. Now they're not doing it to the point where they'll ruin their game. They're staying true to their own vision, but they are listening, and they're quick. I mean, these guys and girls are just working really, really hard to make one of the best games they possibly can, and that is just awesome. Let's see. You can duo with people. I think I said that. You can basically play solo. You can duo with a friend, or you can duo with a random person. If you play solo, you are at a massive disadvantage, but it's still a lot of fun. Also, too, you can talk, of course, to your teammates, but if you're using the push-to-talk feature in the game, you can actually talk to your enemies. The closer you are to them, the louder it is, the farther away, the quieter it is. It's a really, really cool feature, and it makes for some really, really interesting and kind of funny moments like this one.
Psst, what you looking at?
I love that clip. It's one of my favorite clips of all time. Anyhow, all of that to say, if you like that kind of game where it's you against a bunch of other people, then check out Hunt Showdown. Just check it out. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, keep in mind that it is an early access game. It is not 100% complete, but the devs are working really, really hard to make it really, really good. Also, too, we need more players. I mean, the more players we have, the shorter the queue times will be, and the more fun everybody else will have. So when you get a chance, check us out on twitch.tv/Orc Rogues. Also check out our Instagram, our Facebook, and our Twitter. All the links should be below. And definitely check out Dusk Horror's Twitch as well, which is twitch.tv/Dusk_horror. He's a great guy, and thank you again, Dusk, for letting me use the clips there. And just watch him. He's a lot of fun, guys. So until next time, we are Orc Rogues.